channel. My name is Elise, and as always and ever, I am so happy to know that you are on the other side of your screen. Some of you have written me from Canada. I find it amazing that I am here in Brussels, Belgium, and you're practicing with me from Canada. So thank you for reaching out. Don't hesitate to do it. Send me a message. You know, it's always nice to hear that you are there and practicing from some other places in the world. So today you up for a quick Vinyasa practice. So you know what, let's start. You can come, well, you know, as always, we ground ourselves. As always, we take a moment to find our breath, to settle, and to get into the yoga energy. So let's do that. You can find Sukhasana, easy pose. You can sit on a block if you want to. You can also grab blocks if you want to. Let me go get my blocks. Hop. So if you have blocks, you can put them at the front of the mat, or you can sit on one of them or on a pillow. You can remove the muscles from your butt cheeks so you have a nice anchor through the sit bones. Grow your spine tall and spacious. It can't be stiff because we have a natural curve, but it can be tall and spacious. Leave the arms on your laps heavy with the palm facing up for an uplifting mood, or facing down to feel more grounded. And you can close your eyes if they're not closed yet. Take a moment to settle in. Take a moment to settle your breath. Maybe for the first time today, notice how you're feeling. How you're feeling in your heart, in your mind, in the physical body. Whatever comes forward, no judgment, only acceptance. And don't hold on to anything. Leave aside what doesn't serve you on your yoga mat. You can find your breath, the natural and simple flow of your breath. Notice the abdomen rises as you inhale, gently falling as you exhale. Feel the air coming in the nostrils, a little cool, and leaving the nostrils a little warmer. And thought will intrude, and that's fine. That's what the mind does. But don't hold on to them. Let them go. And gently come back to the breath for just a few more moments. And as you gently focus on the breath, you notice that it's slowing down on its own. The heartbeat slows down, the nervous system slows down. And every exhale allows you to release a little bit of tension. With every exhale, your face softens a little more, your shoulders and your arms. With the exhale, the belly releases. The buttocks, the area around the hips. And the exhale allows you to release tension in the legs, in the feet, even in the toes. And you can set an intention for your practice today. How do you want to feel for the rest of the day or the rest of the week or the weekend? And rather than saying I want to feel, you say I feel. I feel joy, I feel strong, I feel beautiful, whatever it is. And you repeat it 3 times in your mind or out loud. Now take a deep breath in through the nose, all the way up, and a big open mouth exhale. And again, deep breath in. And deep breath out, and you expel, you release all the air. So you contract the belly gently at the bottom of the exhale. And one more time, deep breath in. And big release. And come back to natural and simple breath. Now place your hands in prayer in front of the heart. Join the palms, the thumbs and the fingers. Gently lift the elbows. And you gently press the hands together so you feel the space between the armpits. Now rub the palms together with energy. And then cover your face without smashing the eyes and feel the energy here, vibrations, the heat. And then blink eyes open, spread the fingers, and release. All right, good. Let's get started. On to all fours. So find all four position. Just as a reminder, the wrists are under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and the feet are flat and they disappear behind the knees, and your fingers are widely spread. The whole of the palm is pressing onto the floor, especially the part between the index and the thumb. Now find a neutral spine to start with, and we'll start with a few rounds of cat-cow just to warm up. On an inhale, drop the belly, big belly down, tailbone lifts, look up, open the throat. As you exhale, you press the floor away from you, you round upper back, you tuck tailbone and shin, and you find a bit of core. And again, inhale, arch the lower back, spread the collarbones, look up, tailbone lifts. Exhale, press onto the floor, round upper back, chin to chest, navel to spine. And one more time, inhale, reverse the motion, feel the flow of the breath all around the spine. And exhale to round. And back to center. Good. Now, on an inhale, let's lift. Are you ready for this? On an inhale, let's lift the right leg and the left arm. Stretch and exhale to release. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale to release. Engage the core. Inhale, lift right leg, left arm. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift left leg, right arm. This is so challenging for me to say. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm, right the other side. Exhale, release. All right. Now, inhale, right leg, left arm, and stay. If you feel that your balance is a bit challenged today, you can tuck the toes of the left foot. Now, bend the right knee, point the toes. Revolve the left thumb towards the floor and make a big rotation with the left arm to grab your right foot. Now, as you inhale, you lift the toes towards the ceiling. You lift the knee, nice opening of the hip, stretch of the thigh. You open the chest. You feel a good stretch in your left shoulder as well. And you breathe and you try to kick the foot in the hand a little higher if you can. One more full cycle of breath. And then you inhale. Exhale, release to spinal balance. Left arm extended, right leg extended. And exhale to release. Good. Let's do that on the other side. Left leg, right arm. Point the toes. Bend the left knee. Now bring the right thumb to the floor. Big rotation with the right arm. Place the left foot into the right hand, and as you inhale, you kick the foot up. Kick, 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 kick. So you open the knee, you open the hip. You press onto the left hand. You open the chest, and you feel a good stretch in your right shoulder as well. Deep breath. One more for a second. And then inhale, kick higher. Exhale, release, spinal balance. and down. Oof, good. Let's warm up the wrist a little bit. So bring the fingers towards you. The hands can be a little open if this is challenging. And gently move the hips back and forth. So you should feel a nice stretch also in the wrist, well, especially in the wrist. And in the forearms. Good. And then hands open to the side. So the wrists are facing one another. And maybe you can sway side to side. Be gentle. Always be gentle. Good. Maybe you can even make circle with the shoulders in one direction. And then the other. Good. Back to center. And here again, maybe a few rotation over the wrists. 3 in one direction. And then 3 in the other. And back to center. Good. Sit on your heels for a moment. Shake out the wrists. Maybe make a little 8, one direction, the other. You can smile while you do that. Good. And let's go to our first down dog of the practice. Tuck our 10 toes. One step forward with the hands. Spread fingers wide. Make sure already that your middle finger is pointing the short edge of the mat. Inhale. And as you exhale, find downward dog. Ooh. And if you have been on a run yesterday, you might feel your calf muscles a little bit tight. So walk into position. I mean, only if you feel like it. You don't have to. Some people don't like to do it. I love walking in my first dog. So you can lift one heel, straighten the other leg. And then ground the heel, lift the other heel. And then maybe find a bit more movement. Shake the head, move the hips. Anything that feels good, you do it. Alright, and then come to stillness. Let's just check the alignment of this first downward dog, shall we? Feet hips distance. The heel, they don't have to touch the floor. If they don't, it's fine. Don't worry about it. So you can lift them a little bit and bend the knees, that's fine. But they're hips distance apart. Now your hands are shoulder distance apart. The shoulders are externally rotated. The head is heavy. And you press the floor away from you and you move the hips up and then you press them back. So the idea in a downward dog is to stretch the spine. It's a really good release for the spine. Good. Now look forward and you can walk. Just walk nicely to the front of the mat. Once you reach the front of the mat, you find Ragdoll Pose for a few breaths. You grab opposite elbows. You let yourself dangle, maybe sway side to side. Finding a little bit of motion. Releasing stress in shoulders, neck, upper back. And then back to center in stillness. Release the elbows very slowly and roll the spine, vertebra by vertebra, until you come to standing. And welcome to standing at the front of the mat. Alright, let's start the practice with 3 Namaste A. We'll do the first one slow and then we'll pick up the pace for the 2 second one. Fine mountain pose. Big toes touch, heels separate. Lift your kneecap so you engage the quads. Tilt the pelvis forward. You can use the hands. Tilt the pelvis forward. Tailbone, the coccyx is lengthening down. Navel to spine, roll shoulders out. Activate the arms, activate your fingers. Now imagine that you have weights down the feet, grounding you to the earth. And you have a thread from the crown of the head pulling you up to the sky. The energy flows freely in Uttanasana. I mean in all yoga poses really. You have a lot of space between the shoulders and the ears. Again, the spine is tall and spacious. Now on an inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, lift up the hands, stretch up, thumb, fingers touch. Exhale, hinge from the hips for Uttanasana. Release the hands to the floor, bend the knees if you need to. Bring the weight towards the toes, release the head. You want to gaze towards the back of the mat or towards your knees. It's still early on in the practice, so if you need to bend the knees, please do so. Let's stay here one more breath. And on the next inhale, halfway up. You can either keep the fingertips to the floor or you can have the hands underneath the knees. Stretch the spine long, crown of the head reaches forward. But you want to keep the natural curve of the neck so you gaze somewhere on the floor in front of you. Engage the core. The weight is towards the toes so that the hips are above the heels. One more breath. And then inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to the floor, find your high plank. Now you don't have to hold high plank if you don't want to hold high plank, but you can do it with me if you want to. So stack the shoulders above the wrists. If you need to put the knees onto the floor, you can put the knees onto the floor, and then the heels are stacked above the toes. Now you know cat-cows? Let's do cat in this position. As you inhale, you tuck the chin, you round the upper back, you press onto the hands. And as you exhale, you come back to neutral, no cow position. Two more. Inhale, tuck the chin, round the upper back. The hips don't move. And exhale to release. One more time. Inhale, tuck the chin, back of the heart towards the ceiling. And exhale, back to neutral. Now, everyone knees to the floor. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, bend the elbows towards the rib cage. Bring the chin, the chest to the floor, Ashtanga Asana. Then slide on the floor and forward. Inhale, find a cobra. Now you might have a baby cobra, you might have a cobra that is a little taller, it's fine. Remember, in cobra you want to have the hips towards the floor, on the floor. It's not an up dog yet. Press the heart forward. The elbows are a little bent and you press them towards your heels. One more breath in cobra. Then tuck all 10 toes. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Use the knees to transition if you want to. And find your breath in downward dog. If you need to move again in the position, by all means. Or you find stillness and you notice how it feels to be in the second down dog. One more breath here. Now look forward. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, press back. Hop or step front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Stretch the spine forward. Shoulder blades lightly squeezed. And exhale, release. Uttanasana, forward fold. Little bend in the knees. Press onto the feet. Circle the arms up. Move the energy upward. Hands touch. Bring the energy back together towards the hand. Exhale, Samasthiti to the heart. And release Tadasana. Good. Alright, two more. If you have Chaturanga in your practice, Chaturanga. Otherwise, keep the knees, chest to the floor, Cobra or Up Dog. Make it your own practice. Alright? Tadasana. Find that space and that length. On an inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Exhale, Uttanasana. Release in your forward fold, release the head. Inhale in your halfway up. Exhale, find high plank. Same exhale to lower down on your knees or in your Chaturanga. Inhale in your back bend, up dog or a cobra. You can gaze up if you'd like. And as you exhale, you press back into down dog. Let's do 2 breaths here. Can exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Now inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, press back, look forward. Hop a step front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up, stretch. Exhale to release. Little bend into the knees. Inhale, rise up. Hands touch above the head. Exhale, hands to the heart. Tadasana. One last time. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale into your plank. Same exhale to lower down, Chaturanga or on your knees. Inhale into up dog or a cobra. Lift the gaze up if you'd like. Exhale, find downward dog. And breathe. One more breath. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, press back. Hop a step front of the mat. Inhale in your halfway up. Exhale to release, bend the knees, inhale, rise, big smile on your face. Exhale to the heart and release. Good, very nice. I hope you all warmed up now. Good, let's go to one Namaste B with a high lunge rather than a, what do you call it? Vinyasa, the one, so the warrior one. Good. Bring everything together. We start with the chair pose. Feet, thighs, all the energy comes within. Arms alongside the body, fingertips pointing towards the floor. Now bend the knees, swipe the fingertips to the floor, tuck the tailbone, inhale, find your chair. Lift the toes, bring the weight towards the ears, release the shoulders, open the chest. Good, we're not sitting in a stool bar, we're sitting in a chair. Now inhale, lift the ears, come on the toes, keep the thighs, the knees together, keep the chest open. Keep breathing. Inhale here again and exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Ooh. Inhale halfway up. Exhale into plank, lower down, chaturanga or knees, chest. Inhale in your up dog or your cobra. Exhale, downward dog. So it's a variation of Namaste B really. Now inhale, lift the right leg up. Try not to open the hips, so keep the hips level and the foot is flexed. So inhale here again. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands, front of the mat. Inhale, lift the arms above the head. Now bend a little bit the knee, tuck the tailbone under and straighten the back knee again. Make sure the right knee is above the right ankle, chest is open, fingertips active. And the back heel is on top of the toes. Good, beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to floor. You go straight to downward dog or you take a vinyasa here. We inhale in our back bend and we exhale in downward dog. Find your breath. Inhale, left leg sweeps. Not too high. We're not opening the hip. We want to keep the hip squared. Flex the foot. Press the floor away from you with the hands. Inhale here again. And exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Stack the left knee above the left ankle and the right heel above the right toes. Inhale, lift the arms above the head. Exhale, release the shoulders. Now bend the back knee a little bit. Tuck the tailbone under and then straighten the back leg again. Find your breath. Lift the rib cage, navel to the spine. Protect the lower back. Sink a little deeper if you like. And then inhale. Exhale, hands to floor, go straight to one downward dog or high plank, low plank or knees. Inhale, up dog or cobra, and we exhale, we find our downward dog. Feet separate, hips distance. Press the hips back. Stretch the spine. Now inhale, lift the ears, exhale, bend the knees, press back. Hop a step front of the mat, feet together. Inhale in your halfway up. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up, chair pose. Exhale here. Tailbone under. Can you see your toes? I can see my toes. You want to be able to see your toes. Now lift the heels, bring the weight on the toes. Balancing chair. I know it might be shaking a little bit, it's never bad news. Inhale here, exhale, plant the ears, Samasthiti, release. Woo, Tadasana. Close your eyes for a moment. Catch your breath. Notice the sensations, the heartbeats, pulsation here and there in the body, vibrations, tingling in the fingers and the toes. And let yourself be infused by the healing power of the Sun Salutation. Take one more full cycle of breath. And you can bring the eyes open. Good. Keep your feet together. We'll start the next little sequence with a chair pose again. Find Arms lengthening towards the floor, chest is nicely open, tailbone tucked under. Now bend the knees, fingertips sweep the floor. Inhale, find your chair. Good. Now half chair. You inhale here. As you exhale, you bring the chest towards the thighs and you sweep the arms back. Activate the triceps, squeeze the shoulder blades. Now inhale into chair. Exhale here. Tuck tailbone under. Now come onto the tippy toes. Lift the heels. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, take a vinyasa, step into plank or hop, lower down, chaturanga on knees. Inhale, up dog or cobra, bump the chest up, and exhale, downward dog. Now inhale, sweep the right leg high, 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 high. So you can open the hips now, the hip, and point the toe. Now bend the right knee. Imagine you want to touch the sky with the right knee and the right heel want to touch the right bum, the left bum. You gaze towards the back of the mat, you press onto the hands. Now you can stay here if you'd like, or you can find your wide thing. So you can bring the right foot behind you, you press onto the left hand, you open the chest, and you bring the right arm back. Hips are up, chest is up, and the right shoulder is nicely open. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly bring the right hand to the floor. Come back to your three-legged dog. And as you exhale, right foot between the hands, front of the mat. Find yourself in a runner's lunge. Take a moment to settle here. Alright, from here let's go to a standing split. So you can use blocks if you have blocks or maybe books, and if you don't have them, don't worry about them. Move the hands a little bit more forward. Inhale. As you exhale, step onto the right foot, lift the left leg. Now it doesn't have to be lifted too much. Actually, I don't want you to lift it too much. I want you to keep the hips closed. Now take an inhale here, and as you exhale, bring the knee to the nose, the left knee to the nose. Inhale, straighten the left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg is back, chest open again. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, left leg is back. And exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg is back. Good. Now ground the right foot, bend a little bit the right knee, warrior three. Warrior three. So press onto the right foot. Start to hover the fingertips off the floor, bring the hands to prayer in front of the heart, and then slowly straighten the right leg. The left leg is also really strongly engaged. The left foot is flexed, and make sure you don't open the hip. If you fall, it's fine. You can also set the hands onto a block if you need to. Now slowly come to standing, but lift the left knee up. Bring the left knee up. Flex the left foot. Inhale here, and as you exhale, standing pigeon. Left foot on top of the right thigh, and sink as if you were sitting in a chair. You can bring the torso parallel to the floor. You can bend the right knee a little bit more. Keep the shoulders nicely open, and the shoulders relax and the chest open. Now bring the right hand onto the right hip, and with your two first fingers of the left hand, you hook the left toe. Straighten the right leg, and you can stay here. You can practice your balance here, looking forward, keeping the left knee bent, or you can kick the left leg forward, pressing the heel forward. Don't worry if the leg is not straight, it's absolutely fine. Try to keep your hips leveled. If you need to open the right arm to the side, you can also do that for more balance. And then slowly open either the knee to the left, or maybe the whole of the leg to the left. Try not to compensate on your right hip. Engage the core for stability. Shoulders above the hips. Now slowly bring the left leg back to center. Release the toes, keep the legs straight. Everyone shoot the left leg forward. Inhale, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, warrior three, extend the arms forward or keep them in front of the heart and shoot the left leg back. Sink baby cobra in the upper back. Inhale here, exhale, slowly bring the left foot back at the back of the mat. Inhale, lift the arms up, high lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, find your high plank. Lower down, chaturanga or knees, chest. Inhale into up dog. Exhale into down dog. Find your breath. You can rest into child's pose for 3 breaths, or you can hold your dog. But take a moment. Forget what happened on this side. Make your way back to down dog. Now inhale, lift the left leg up. As high as you can. Open the hip a little bit already. Press onto the hands. Now bend the left knee and open the hip a lot. So you want to shoot the left knee towards the ceiling and the left heel wants to touch the right glute. Now you can stay here and practice this, or you can flip your dog, so find your wide thing. Left foot behind and underneath you. Lean on the right hand. Inhale, open the chest. You can even gaze towards the back, towards the front of the room. Free the left shoulder. Bump the hips up. Inhale here. Exhale slowly back to three-legged dog. Bring the left hand to the floor. Bring the left leg high. Inhale. And exhale, step the left foot in front of the hands. Inside of the hands, in the middle of the hands. Find yourself in runner's lunge. Find your breath. And now from here, again, or variation of standing split. So either you use the block, you move or not, you move the hands a little bit more forward. Inhale, exhale, step on the left foot, lift the right leg up. Now we keep the hips leveled. Inhale here, exhale, right knee to nose. Round the upper back, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose, engage your core. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. And inhale back. Good. Now from here, bend the left knee first a little bit before we go to warrior three. Ground the left foot. Slowly hover the floor. Bring the hands to the heart and now straighten the left leg and activate the right one. Nothing is floppy. Everything is strongly engaged. The core is strongly engaged. And you find a gentle cobra in the upper back, so you keep the chest lifted. You don't want to sink forward. Now as you inhale, bring the right knee up. And as you exhale, standing pigeon, bring the right foot on top of the left thigh. And sink, not think, as if you were in a chair. You can keep the chest lifted, or maybe you can even bring the chest farther to the floor. And you press the right knee towards the floor. You should feel a good stretch in the hip. Now left hand onto the left hip. Make a hook with the two first fingers of the right hand around the right toe. Press onto the left foot. And as you inhale, you come back to standing. Now you can keep the right knee bent, or you can shoot the right leg forward. All the way extended, or maybe not. Practice. If you fall, you get back to it. You can also open the left arm to the side for a little bit more balance. Find your drishti. Press the floor with the left foot. And now open the right leg to the side. You can do that with the knee bend if you want to. It's absolutely fine. Stay here now, don't go anywhere. Now we bring the right leg forward. You release the toes, you extend the right leg, you hold, you lift higher, lift, lift, lift. Inhale. Exhale, slowly warrior three. Bring the arms forward or hands to the heart or even in airplane and shoot the right leg back. Right leg is extended, don't open the hip. One breath here. Inhale,
Exhale, bend the left knee, right toes back. Inhale, lift the arms above the head, high lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor, high plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Bring the knees to the floor, everyone, and find child's pose. Everyone, child's pose. Release the forehead to the floor. Even in a vinyasa practice, it's always important to take a moment to rest. Take a moment to integrate the practice. Give the body a little bit of time, the mind a little bit of time. And notice. Notice the sensations in your buttocks, in the hips, in your legs, your calves. Notice your breath. Now take one more full cycle of breath. And then press back onto all fours. Tuck the toes, inhale, and exhale, downward dog. Now inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, pigeon on the right side. Right foot behind the left wrist, right knee behind the right wrist, slide the back leg. And settle in your pigeon pose, well, half pigeon. If you feel that you're sinking onto the right hip, bring a block underneath the right hip. Flex the right foot. I will stay here. Nicely settle, chest is open. Now inhale, and as you exhale, you can lower down. All the way with the arms extended, or not. And if you want to take a little variation here, so you keep the right arm extended, and then you slide the left arm underneath the right with the left shoulder and the left ear onto the floor. And now the right arm grabs behind the back and maybe grabs the right back toe. So we have a twist here. You don't have to do any of that if you don't feel like it. It's just a little variation for you to try. One more breath. Now if you have the big toe, you can release the right arm. Release the left arm. Slowly bring the hands towards you. Release the torso. Good. Now sit onto the right hip and bring the left knee inside of the right foot. So you see we are here in deer pose. Bring the right hand behind you and the left hand on top of the right knee. Now as you inhale, come onto the knee, stretch the left arm up, move the hip forward. Nice last back bend here, open the chest. And as you exhale, come back. We'll do this one more time. As we inhale, the left arm sweeps in front of the face, moves up and back, chest open. And exhale to release. Oof, good. Now find pigeon again. Tuck the toes of the back foot, lift the knee, inhale, exhale, downward dog. Ah, don't you love pigeon? Emma, if you're watching, this is for you. Now inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, pigeon on the left side. Left foot behind the right wrist. Left knee, left wrist, slide the right leg back. If you feel that you're sitting onto the left hip, bring a block. First, we start with a nice opening of the chest, shoulder sliding down the back. Flex the left foot. And you can actually stay here if you want to stay here, or you can lower down all the way. Or maybe you can stay on your elbows, find your variation, right? And then if you want to try the twist on this side, you can bring the right arm underneath the left, ear and shoulder to the floor. And now bring the left arm behind the back and you grab the left toes. Oh, it feels good. And you breathe through your left hip and let go. Surrender in your pigeon pose. Nothing to hold on to, just let go. And again, let the exhale bring you a little closer to the floor and a little deeper in the stretch. And one more breath. Then if you have the toes, release the toes, bring the left arm forward, right arm back. Slowly lift the torso, come back into your half pigeon. Now sit onto the left hip, bring the right knee inside of the left foot. Left hand right behind, right next to you, right arm on, right hand on top of the left knee. As you inhale, move the hips up and forward, left arm up and back, open the heart. It's a bit like the word thing, but on the knees. And as you exhale, come back. One more time. Inhale, sweep the right arm in front of the face, the chest, open up. Oh, that feels good. And exhale to release. Good. Now listen, stay here, unravel the legs, oopsie, and bring them forward. Flex the feet, activate the quads, reach for your toes, or reach for your anchors or for your calves. Inhale to open the chest, and exhale, find your forward fold. Let's stay here for about 3 breaths. It's a very subtle movement. As you inhale, the chest and the spine lengthen, and as you exhale, you release a little forward. Inhale to find length, exhale to find depth. Actually, one more breath. And then slowly release. The hands can slide around alongside the legs, lift the chest. And back. Good. Now move the hips a little bit more forward. Bend the knees, feet to the floor. Extend the arms. Tuck the chin and slowly unroll the spine onto the mat, vertebra by vertebra. And you can bring your knees to your heart. Give yourself a big hug. And you can roll on the side, finding a bit of a massage on the spine. And then back to center. Now open the arms in a T with the palm facing the floor. And straighten the legs. Now from here we'll twist to each side, but you can do that with your knees bent. If you feel it's a little bit too challenging, with the legs straight, you can bend the knees and find the tabletop. Now we inhale in center. As we exhale, we bring the legs together to the right. They're only hovering. We gaze to the left. We inhale, we use the core. We come back to center. And we exhale to the left and gaze to the right. Belly in. Inhale, rise. Exhale to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, legs to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale, release. Your knees to your heart. You can sway side to side. And now bring the feet to the floor. Open the feet as wide as the mat. Interlace fingers, bring the hands behind the head. Open the elbows, imagine you're at the beach looking at a beautiful blue sky with a few clouds top of your head. Inhale. And as you exhale, knees to the right, gaze to the left, and stay here for a few breaths. If you want a deeper stretch, you can bring the right foot on top of the left thigh. Take a few deep breaths here. One more full cycle of breath. You can release the foot if it was holding the left thigh. And as you inhale, everything to center and exhale here. Inhale again. Exhale, knees to the left and gaze to the right. And if you want to, you can bring the left foot on top of the right thigh or the right knee and turn the gaze. Deep breath. When we twist, we want to bring a lot of oxygen to the digestive organ. Stimulate digestion. Let's take one more cycle of breath. And then release the left foot if necessary. Inhale, bring everything back to center. And exhale here. Now to close the practice, let's take a happy baby pose. Open the knees wider than the torso. You can grab the big toes, you can grab the inner feet, or maybe the ankles, and you keep the lower back into the floor. You gently press the knee towards the floor. Find stillness. One more breath. And on your next exhale, you can slowly release child's pose. You can take any other movement that you feel if you need to. If you want to take a shoulder stand, if you want to take a plow, feel free to do it. Or you can find Shavasana for a couple of minutes. So it's very important to stay in Shavasana for as long as you need to, but in my book, 2 minutes is the requested minimum. So open the legs as wide as your mat or even wider. Let the feet drop to the side. Let the arms open to the side with the palm facing up. The head, the neck, the spine, tailbone are aligned. And let go. You can let the physical body sink into the support of the floor. Let go of any control over the breath. And surrender. Right now, at this moment, there is nothing to do and nowhere to be but here on your yoga mat, integrating the benefit of your yoga practice. Can soften. And you can stay in Shavasana for as long as you want. You can just clap your computer and come back to Shavasana. Or you can just start to awaken the body by wiggling fingers and toes. Stretch the arms behind you. Take a deep stretch as you inhale. And then release. You can bring the feet flat to the floor, bend the knees, roll to the side. Take a moment here in a fetal position if you like. Come back to your intention. How did you want to feel? And repeat your intention with the same words and the same attitude, and repeat it again 3 times. And then slowly come back to seated, keeping your eyes closed. You can cross your legs, grow the spine tall and spacious, lift up the heart. Join your hands in prayer. Thank yourself for making the time to be on your yoga mat. And you can thank your beautiful, strong and healthy body to allow you to do this challenging practice today. And to close this time together, we'll chant the peace mantra Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You can exhale. Now inhale to chant. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
exhale. May there be peace in your thoughts, in your words, and in your hearts. Namaste. Thank you everyone, and well done on making it up to now. I know it's tempting to skip Shavasana. Thank you for joining the practice. If you want to practice with me, you can go on my website and you can find the moments I teach in Brussels. I also organize a few workshops this autumn, so find me on social media, subscribe, you know what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do, you know exactly what to do. And well, I'll see you next time. Go get a big glass of water, take care of yourself, eat well, be well, think well, positive thoughts every day. I send you much love and much life, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.